Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would get a head start on my December TBR. I have been slumping very hard these last couple of months, and in November I basically decided to just do the bare minimum to keep up with my yearly challenges. So like the buzzword Eldia and Herkiet and Storygraph. And then just mood read for the rest of it, because I was just, kind of burned out from having to focus on like a ton of different books and having to read them all at the same time. So yeah, I decided to focus on that, and so far I'm doing the same in December. I might, when we are getting nearer to the actual beginning of the month, today is like the middle of November, so once we are closing in on December, I might change my mind and do a round of my TBR game. But so far I'm just going to focus on finding the books for the yearly challenges. So that is, like I said, the Herkiet new release and the buzzword and Storygraph and Adventures in Eldia. And I don't know, I enjoy doing all of them because they are fun, but I don't know, I might next year change up how I do it, because I don't know, I feel like doing it every single month, having that many that you have to do, it just stresses me out a little bit because I don't know, I think it's a lot with like 4 or 5 set challenges in a month, because I mean usually I do read about 12 books in a month, so it's absolutely doable, but I don't know, it just stresses me out to have that many set books. Also, I have a kind of a severe problem sourcing the books sometimes, because as you have probably heard me say a million times now, I do get most of my books from the library, so often I will pick a book and then not be able to get it in time, and then I have to scramble to find another book. So yeah, this is the tentative TBR, and then we'll see when we get closer to December. So for the Herkiet challenge, December is not a Pride month in the challenge, so we don't have to figure that out. So we need a new release. So let's see, Herkiet new release. And let's see, for December I have put down, what have I put down? Nothing. Okay. I made a little spread of new releases during the year, and I haven't gotten to December yet, so let me have a little look around and see if I can find any books that I'm interested in that are coming out in December. Okay, there's not really anything that springs to mind, so I found Read with Alison, her blog of upcoming releases, and definitely a few of these fantasy ones are the most interesting ones. So Dawn of the Firebird, a breathtaking fantasy novel about the daughter of an overthrown emperor from an exciting new voice. So also Fallen Gods could be interesting. I mean, these synopses are giving me nothing, but you know, you have to just take a leap of faith sometimes. But I definitely think those two are the ones that I'm mostly interested in. So let's put those down. All right, and then we have Doubts in release. So we have Eldia, and we need to see where we are with that. And where we are is on, did I not read the number 11? Oh, I think I'm supposed to be reading The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine this month, so I will a little bit behind on that. It's quite dense, but I have started it. But let's see what the prompt for 12A is. So the 12A is the ancient tree blessing, where we reach our destination, the ancient tree of Etheria. Yeah, we are gifted a tiny ancient tree sapling. So we need to read a book with a tree on the cover. Okay, let me have a look and see if I have any. Okay, I have this one, The Secrets of Nanreath Hall by Alex Rickloff. Just based on the cover and the vibes, I'm going to assume it's like Downton Abbey-esque. And it is on one of my TBRs, so it would be good to get that one out of the way. Then we have the buzzword challenge, and let me see how I'm doing with that one, because in October it was supposed to be violent words, and I was supposed to read the ethnic cleansing of Palestine, and I did not get around to it, but I do think I read the Marlowe Murder Club, so we're going to use it for that one, because murder is a violent word. The Marlowe Murder Club. And then for November the word was never, and I did read Never Have I Ever by Sarah Shepard. Never Have I Ever. Not really for me. It was also the second in a series, but I did well enough without reading the first one because I started reading Lost in the Neverwoods, but I had to DNF it because it was just not for me. So I had to kind of scramble to find another one. So I found this one on audiobook, and then it was just like easy peasy to listen to it as I was going to and from work. All right. So December alliteration. I don't think I have anything that like springs to mind, so I'll have a look. I do have Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert that I bought like ages ago. Because I think maybe it was Kayla, who does run the Buzzword Challenge, that said it was really good, like years and years ago, so don't quote me on that. But I do own it, so that will also be good, because my downfall with these challenges is finding books that I need to get from the library and then being dependent on the timing of the library. So sometimes I'm like I have it down, I know what I want to read, but it doesn't come in time, and then either it comes in really late and I'm scrambling, or you know, I'm nearing the end of the month and I can tell it hasn't come in yet and it's not going to in time, so I scramble to find something else, and then I end up reading something that maybe I don't really love in the first place. So I definitely think maybe I'll have a little think about how I do these yearly challenges going ahead, because sometimes it's fun to read something you weren't like aware of. For Herkiet new releases in October, I think, I did read a book called Making History, and that was actually quite good. And I would never have picked it up if it wasn't because I had to read something for the new release challenge. So, but yeah, I think as for the buzzword at least, Kayla did say, I think at the beginning of the year, that you could read it like not in order. She has put the prompts in order, like reading one a month, but I think she said you could read it just like whenever it suits, because let's see, I did enjoy Truth Witch. I didn't really love Why We Swim. Pretty Little Things, that was about the ballet school, that was fine. Once There Were Wolves, that was good too. River Kings, good. Forget Me Not was good. Among the Beasts and Briars was good. Dive Zero was really good. Okay, I'm like disproving my own theory here, because the only one I haven't really liked is Never Have I Ever. So yeah, but just to alleviate the stress a little bit. As for Herkiet, the new release has to have some sort of deadline on it, or it does, at least from Q's rule book. But this year she did amend it so you can read it in the month it's released or the month after. And I have been reading everything in the second month because I just, like I said, get my stuff from the library and it doesn't always come in time. So, but that is also quite a stressor when it comes to building my TBR and having time to read everything. So maybe I will just allow myself to, you know, push it back maybe even a month more or so. But that was the buzzword. Then we have the Storygraph challenge. And that is, let's see. So we have Storygraph. And it is this one, Randomize Issue TBR. And I think for November I'm reading, what's it called? The Once and Future Witches. Again, I had to amend that because these two, the Black God's Drums and Death in the Spires, was the ones that were actually supposed to pick from, but I just couldn't source it from the library, so yeah, it had to be the Once and Future Witches. And let's see, add to reading challenge, randomize, and November, save, and then we will have a look, see what the December challenge actually is. And as you can see, I don't do the bonus ones. So filter your TBR to show books with a hopeful mood. Generate a random number from 1 to the number of books on your filtered TBR. Okay, so we need the TBR. And we need to filter, so hopeful. And we are going from 293 to 22. Okay. And here we are, 1 to 22, and we will generate, and that says 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reading list. Let me see if that is actually available from my library. It is not, so let's generate another number. 11. Okay, at least it's easy to find. So that is Leonard and a Hungry Paul. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Amazingly, that is available, so I'm going to save it in my December tag and put it down for the Storygraph challenge. I'm also doing the roll for reads, but I play that on a more roll as you go basis. So right now I am waiting to get the murder of Roger Ackroyd from the library. To no one's surprise. So it's not necessarily in December I'm going to be reading that, but yeah, I hope it comes in soon so that I can roll another prompt. But that is my December TBR so far. I think maybe I will play a round of my TBR game once we are a little closer to the beginning of the month and once I have actually read some of my books here. So yeah, I definitely need to read To Shape a Dragon's Breath and finish the Once and Future Witches. I also still have the new release for October. I did start reading The Last Witch by C.J. Cook, I think. Because again, I was scrambling because it's the middle of November and I still haven't read my October book. And none of these are like on the cusp of being released to me at my library. So I figured I better find something to read. And so far it's fine, but yeah. So I don't know, maybe this new release thing prompt just isn't for me. But like so far I have been doing it, so I'm going to keep trying. But yeah, I think it's a matter of time before I'm just not going to be able to keep up. But yeah, let me know what you are reading in December. Are you setting a TBR, or are you mood reading, or are you scrambling to finish your reading goals here at the end of the year? I think I'm doing okay actually, and I don't think, if I am behind, I don't think I can save it, so I'm not going to stress too much about it. Like Reading the World, I don't think I've read 8 books. I definitely haven't read 10 books from my TBR jar. I haven't read I read the Hunger Games, so I read 1 single book. Yeah, so let's not think about that too much. Let's just focus on November and December for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!